Hi, I'm Smallwood Bees. So I'm just doing a bit of a talk around some of the bits we've done. So we're not making anything to do, it's more seeing how things are developing. So you've just come out the bee pen, that's doing really well, bees are happy, great. So this bit here, it's already coming on really well. We've put some netting around the drain pipes. So we'd already made the frame with the wires, but we put the chicken wire stuff around the drain pipes just because just gives more things to climb on. So we've gone for Montagna here, Clematis Montagna, which is a real proper thug of the climber world. I really like them. They get all these really beautiful pink flowers, or you can get these white flowers on. Some people are a bit wary of them because they do grow very vigorous, but they're cut back easy and they bring a lot to the table. Same with the buddleia. I've got the buddleia next to it. And I mean, they're so tough. You'll see them growing on walls. If you say you're coming into a train station, you'll see them just growing on the side of the wall. So they're really, really tough. But they get these beautiful, like purple cone flowers, which butterflies particularly love. When I was a kid, we used to call them the butterfly plant. That's what I thought they were called for years. But yeah, we've got a buddleia there. The neighbours gave me that as well, which is extra nice. So that's good. And they're really good if you do want to ever just get cuttings. If you cut one, stick it in the ground, it'll probably grow. They're really tough. But all this area here, so it's coming on really well. Don't get me wrong, I'm not an expert when it comes to plants. So sometimes, because we've seeded some of it, but sometimes I'm not sure what's a weed and what's not. And what's happened with this is all topsoil I got in, because there's no real good soil in this garden. So I ordered this topsoil, but not surprisingly, with topsoil, there's all seeds in it, and sometimes you get weeds. Now this one, for example, this plant here, apparently it's kind of like a type of spinach. It's part of the spinach family, but it's like so apparently it used to be like a peasant spinach or something like that, but it tastes disgusting, I'm told. And as much as I might have considered trying it, it's growing everywhere now, and I've already fell out with it, so I'm forever picking that up everywhere. But we've got here around the base of the tree, which is doing lovely. Here's another. Again, if one good way of working out if something's a weed or not. Well, remember, the only weed is a plant that you don't want, so I get that, but in this case I don't want this. So for example, this might have been growing and I might have been like, oh, have I planted this? Is this one of the seeds? But it's also growing in the gravel, it's also growing over there, it's also growing over there, and I've definitely not planted anything there, so it's definitely a weed. So that's one way of like trying to distinguish. Yeah, see again, here's that spinachy thing. So it's everywhere. I usually just pull them out, put them in a pile, and they'll die then. So yes, coming on really well here. So let's walk. Oh, you saw this, I'd made this. So again, this is planter. There's one bug house here. If you look up here, so you can see that we've got solitary bees in there. So the good thing about with the bug houses having the bees is you'll see them coming and going, but even if you miss that, when it shows this, you know that they've been used. And I had all these other ones dotted around, but none of them were being lived in. So I thought, you know what, I'll move them all here, because we've made this frame, because I was going to do this whole frame as a one big bug house, but I figured one's happy there, I don't want to really disturb that. So I'll put these hung up, and what I'm going to do here, this trellis, when I get round to it, I'm going to just fill that with stuff to about here. But that'll be quite nice in a way, because you've got your bottom half, which is your bug house, and then these are still bug houses, but it's just a bit of a different texture, and these, look quite nice together. So that's the plan. Gone for some quick fix sunflowers there. Eventually I'm going to get a climber going up. I haven't decided which one yet. I do really like the Clematis Montagna, but we'll see, we'll think about it. Right, come this way. I'm not talking about the meadow particularly at the moment, but it's doing very well and it's great. So I purposely avoided doing a set vegetable patch, and I'm not, like I say, I think particularly with people with kids and things like that, it's really nice doing a vegetable patch to learn to grow things and where stuff comes from. But I kind of like, I wanted to sort of keep it more wildlife garden, because it is hard growing veg. But this is kind of, I still like growing things to eat. So this is my compromise garden as such. So I'm calling this the edible garden. So all of this here, it's not a vegetable patch, it's kind of a mishmash. So everything in here you can eat in some form or another. So we've got a classic courgette, Now straight away I think that looks great. You've got the flower, which is, and you can actually eat the flower too, and you've got the courgettes growing. So straight away I think that's a really nice looking plant. You've got, I've got some artichokes. Again, bees really love them. They get really good flowers. So even if, so that's these here, so they get nice and big. These aren't, I mean, I don't know how well they're going to do this year, but you get a nice big kind of like, I think they're part of the thistle family, and you get a real nice big flower on it, and you can either pick that and eat it, or if you just leave it, good for the bees, maybe birds will eat it later, but it's a good looking plant anyway. And then I've got these ones which are called, I've left the labels on, so because I forget. These are Indian cress, and you know what's good about those is that you get the flowers. The flowers are edible. So say you wanted to do a salad or something like that, you can put the flowers on it. It just looks really nice with colour. Chili plant, pepper, coriander, tomato plant. Always nice doing a tomato plant. We've got, so this one here, it's got really nice flowers. And it's called, it's known as curry plant, and it actually smells of curry, which is quite nice. You can use it, but it's quite a mild, very mild, but it's still very nice. I mean, if you're not big into curry, that's a kind of maybe a nice bridging gap for you, just a little bit of a twang to it. Chives, love chives. We've got some spinach, some mint over there. Now, purposely done the mint over here, and I kind of look a little bit sad here because I don't get a lot of light and a bit in a rain shadow, but mint is tough. It's so tough. And this one here, this one's already doing really well. That one is French mint, I believe, and I wanted it here because if you're not careful, particularly in like a pot, when you get like a herb garden, if you put mint in it, you're likely to end up with a mint garden. So given time, they shoot out strands along the bottom and they'll start popping up, but because it's all that end, it's kind of penned in, so it can only come this way, so it's much more easy to manage. So yeah, and I've also gone, I've got the sunflowers, because I'm justifying the sunflowers, one because I love them, and two because you can eat the seeds. It's highly unlikely I'm going to eat them. I'm probably going to let them grow, and again, even though, I mean, they look a bit sad in some ways in winter, but you get the big monsters. I like the big ones. And that's great for the birds. So all of this area is kind of like, we've got the bird feeders there, and we've got all this here. I will use it, and I will pick the herbs and stuff like that. This one, what's this one? This one's thyme. And again, these are all things you can eat, but they all look really nice. And a lot of them bees really like and things like that. So it's like a everybody wins garden. I can eat most of it in some form, or all of it in some form or other. But it's good for wildlife too, and it's going to be pretty as well, because this is where we're going to sit in the patio. And again, as I say, it's very important that you enjoy your garden. There's no point having a garden that you don't enjoy. It's got to be a symbiotic relationship between you and wildlife with it. But yeah, I've got some. One of the things I'm trying, it doesn't look like it's doing very well at the moment. So I've put these stakes here, and this is corn growing here. And I've grown well, I'm actually growing too fast at the moment. So these are some snap peas, no, munchdoot. So the idea was that the corn, which is tall, grows, and I was hoping that they would sort of grow up the corn. So it'd be a bit of a symbiotic relationship. We've got the sticks for them to go on as well. And it'll be quite nice. It'll sort of like create a wall here too. So, you know, just a bit interesting. But yes, it's coming on really well. We've planted this plant over here. It's a bit of a mess still at the moment, but we've got, again, it's not this one. I haven't done it, well, it is at the moment, I suppose. We've got sunflowers. This here, it's a bit poorly at the moment, but it has got new growth. So this is a ornamental kiwi plant, and they get, you can't really tell at the moment, but fingers crossed it comes back, but they get really nice pink tips on the end of the leaves, so they look really pretty. And I've done the wires here, which you've seen before, and I'm in the process. I'm just my friend's got me a wisteria, and it's a big one, so we're going to have a wisteria. I'm not sure. I might put it in the, I'd put that there. I don't know. I think a wisteria here, we could just kind of growing up the house, because I love a wisteria. They look amazing, and some people do say about them that, you know, they're really good when they flower, but the rest of the time they're not that good. But actually, I think they're pretty, the way they're intertwined and stuff, I think they're pretty all year. Basil, first time that basil hasn't died straight away on me. It's a nice sunny spot, so it's still doing. And this is a type of mint, and it's really nice actually, really fluffy, and I'm hoping it all covers over there. These were some just artichokes which went off. They were supposed to be used, but I just thought they were quite pretty, so I just put them in here. And then strawberries, chili, thyme. So it's and then again sunflowers. I do put sunflowers a lot everywhere. It's coming on really well. Really enjoying it. Just someone said the other day to me, which was interesting. Different views on gardening. And we're not all the same, and he was like, it just keeps growing. But at the moment, I'm really happy about that. It keeps growing. So, yeah, it's looking great. I hope you're enjoying them. I'm really enjoying it. And if nothing else, for you guys with the videos, it's really good for me to look at the videos and be like, oh, we have done quite a lot. We are making progress. Things are coming. There's that plant again. It goes everywhere. Anyway, hope you're enjoying it. If you want to comment, like, subscribe, that'd be great. And I'll see you again soon. Cheers very much. Thanks for watching.